Medicare can feel confusing, so I'm going to break it down into simple terms right now so that you can finally understand exactly the things that you need to do as you're coming into Medicare. And we'll start really broad stroke. What is Medicare? And some people get Medicare confused with Medicaid, and it's nothing at all to do with Medicaid. Medicare is simply really your health insurance once you're past age 65, whether you come into Medicare at age 65, or you may continue to work and still stay on your group health coverage and not come into Medicare until you're 68 or 78 or even 88. It really doesn't matter. As long as you have creditable coverage at your employer, you don't need to come into Medicare. But when you do come into Medicare, it's pretty good coverage. It's likely going to be a lot better than the coverage you've had before Medicare. So it's a very positive thing coming into Medicare, but we have to understand exactly what it's about. And Medicare, like everything else with the government, they make it confusing. So they break it down into different pieces. You have Part A, Part B, Part C, Part D. Really, it doesn't need to be this complicated, but in the short of everything, Part A and B are the medical coverage. A covers hospital stuff, B covers stuff outside the hospital stuff, and together they are kind of the foundation of Medicare. When you come into Medicare, you're going to choose whether to stay with original Medicare A and B or to go on to a Medicare Advantage plan. This is a very important decision. If you've seen any of my stuff, you know I'm no fan of Medicare Advantage. I would not choose Medicare Advantage myself for just a number of different reasons, but that's going to be your choice coming into Medicare. And you need to make it pretty much right away. So if you stay on A and B, you'd likely get a Medicare Supplement plan, or you choose to go into a Medicare Advantage plan. Medicare Advantage plans are run by private health insurers. So they're private, for-profit health insurance plans, pretty similar to what you might have had at work, where you can have an HMO or a PPO, where you have a network of doctors that you generally have to work within, a network of hospitals that you generally have to work within. And that's one of the main problems that I have is I may have a major hospital right down the street, but it's not in my network. So I couldn't go there if I needed to go there. And I just don't want to have to ask for permission to do things like that. With original Medicare, you don't have any networks. You go to any hospital, any doctor, anywhere in the country that accepts Medicare without having to ask for permission. On Medicare Advantage, if you travel, it can be very problematic. Even if you're just gone on vacation, it can be very problematic. So you want to make sure you understand those differences. With original Medicare, A and B in a supplement, you're going to have a premium for the supplement where you might not have that on a Medicare Advantage plan. But when you use your original Medicare with your supplement, it's going to be far less costly out of pocket. So it can be fantastic coverage. If you have a Plan G with original Medicare, your entire out-of-pocket cost for the year is in the neighborhood of $250. So it's very affordable and very cost-effective to use going forward. Now, when it's time to enroll into Medicare, it's not terribly complicated. If you're turning 65, you can generally do it online. And I made a URL to make it easy for you to get to where you need to go. It's www.startpartb.com. Takes you right to the page on Social Security where you sign up for Medicare. And yes, that's correct. You do not go to Medicare to sign up for Medicare. You go to Social Security to sign up for Medicare. But if you go to startpartb.com, it takes you right there. You can generally do it pretty easily online. You want to do it ahead of time, at least a couple of months before you're going to start, if you know when you're going to start. Certainly at age 65, you should know when you're going to start. And it would be effective on the first day of the month that you turn 65. So if you're born on June 15th, Medicare is going to start on June 1st. Now that's with the exception of if you were born on June 1st. If you're born on June 1st, it would actually start on May 1st. So if you're born on the 1st of the month, it's going to be the 1st of the previous month when your Medicare will start. So again, that's why we want to do it just well ahead of time. If you visit my website, MedicareOnVideo.com, you can just fill out the form right there. We'll send you a quote on Medicare supplement plans. We will also walk you right through everything. We do everything for you where we enroll into the plan that we find of the best value in your zip code. And that's what's very important, whether you have Plan G, Plan N, possibly a GHD. And then we got to find the right insurance company that has the best value. But it's really not complicated when you know what you're doing, and we certainly know what we're doing. So I've helped thousands and thousands of people get their Medicare set up. I'm happy to help you as well. And that's exactly what we do. We just make it simple and easy. We don't sell anything. We just make sure we get you right where you need to go. But from the overall understanding of Medicare, it's not that complicated as long as we set it up correctly. Just the biggest choice you're going to have is either going on Medicare Advantage or staying with original Medicare with a supplement plan. And they are drastically different. I do have many videos comparing the two, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, look for the other videos, and I'm happy to walk through it with you to just make sure we get you in the right place. I hope you found this helpful. Have a fantastic day.